Hello friends, we're back today. Cozy little studio today. I have my painting ready. We are going to make a huge impact today, guys. I finished most of the water yesterday, so I'm hoping I can get started on Dover. Thank you for the scream. Oh my gosh. It is exciting because we are hopefully going to start the yak today. I have bought myself some super tiny brushes that will hopefully allow us to get that detail down. So yeah, today will be exciting. Today will hopefully be the day where we won't see any more gesso board. I'll see how we go, but that is the hope, guys. That is the hope, to see no more gesso board by the end of the day. That's a big ask, I know. But one can hope. One can hope and have goals, right? You think you just spray the cat with cooking spray? Mr. Kitty Kitty, you are not in China. You are not in China. Don't eat your cat. I'm sure you're not that hungry. At least he won't stick to the pan as easily. There are tribes where you are from, who even in this day and age consume cats. Well, you know what I always find interesting? How people are so offended that we eat cats and dogs, but they're totally okay, eating cows and, all kinds of other animals, cows, pigs, chickens, that sort of thing. The only reason I can think of is because cats and dogs are carnivores, and that's fairly unhealthy. But I really have no idea why people find it that strange. It's almost like they think, oh, it's inhumane to eat a cat or a dog, but it's totally fine eating a pig or a cow, I've never understood the relevance. You ate their god. You keep telling me is back in case of an apocalypse. What, is it going to bring you rats and other food? In ancient Egypt, you'd be mummified live. Oh, definitely. In ancient Egypt, can you imagine if you ate a cat over there? Oh. Check my Discord when you get a chance. You had a print question. Okay, I will do that, Miss Kitty Kitty. I'll do that. It's about how cute the animal is in their perspective. Well, I know Dover, and I understand that, but it's just, they don't understand that their logic doesn't apply across the board. And I find that a little bit, you know, like they have double standards for certain animals. You're going to eat them. You're going to eat him if there's an apocalypse, but what if he brings you like rats and mice to eat, and you just kill your main food supply? It's like killing a chicken in an apocalypse. You could have had an egg every day, and you decide to eat the chicken. That's one thing I never really understood on Survivor. Why do they eat the chickens? Like, do those chickens not lay eggs? If I were on Survivor, I would much rather keep the chicken, eat the eggs every day. I mean, I guess if you've got a lot of people, it becomes hard to divide a daily egg. But, at least you can take turns and every second day someone else gets an egg. And by the end of it, if you've got four chickens, everyone gets an egg a day. He won't, he's selfish. He will provide protein. Chickens, cows, pigs, normal horse, snakes, rats, when desperate cats and dogs, apocalypse menu. Oh, definitely. I mean, people will go as far as eating each other, so that's not weird. That's not weird at all. Gosh, guys, yesterday we had so many big raids. We got raided by Nagy, guys, and we had about 60 people by end of stream. It was insane. If I didn't have a dentist appointment, I would have probably streamed for longer, but there was no way. I was going to be late for my appointment. I was rushing as it is when I finished up, so it's really good. Dinner's appointment ended up going really well, so I was very relieved. Would it be better if you were a cannibal as long as you only ate a vegetarian? Deep question. What kind of a question is that, Mr. Giddy Kitty? It was epic. Wish you didn't fall asleep like an idiot and miss it. Oh, Dover, it's okay. You attend like every single stream. What time was it for you? Like, what time is now for you anyway? I'm terrible with time zones, honestly. You just have to prepare. By the way, guys, we do have an art challenge running. Every month there is something different. This month we are doing Year of the Dragon. So if you guys are taking part in that, draw some dragons, submit them to the Discord, and we are going to go over them by the end of the month. It's going to be super exciting. Also, guys, I won't be streaming next Wednesday. I have another dentist appointment that I have to do on Wednesday, and I can't move that one. So yeah, unfortunately, no stream next Wednesday. It sucks, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Now it's 5:30 p.m. You were taking a nap, but you turned into full REM sleep. Ooh. Well, it's a good time, Dover. You know, my stream overlaps with, I think, a pretty good time for most Americans. So I think streaming in the mornings has really helped my American viewers. It's really helped my European viewers. But, you know, there's only so much I can do. If you just get fake teeth, that'll take care of it. Fake teeth need a lot of maintenance, Mr. Giddy Kitty. It's a dentist appointment at 2:30. Oh, Toma. Oh, that's terrible. That is so terrible. But yeah. Also, guys, the little Goldie that was hurting a lot yesterday, he looks better today. He does have a little bit more sores on the top of his wen, so his little head part. But overall, I think he's doing better. So I think if he's not better by the weekend, if I don't see improvement by tomorrow, I'm gonna go and do some salt treatment. I'm probably gonna do salt treatment anyways. Goldfish respond really well to salt treatment. So you obviously don't make it completely salty water, but you put in a small amount of salt, and it actually, what it does is it irritates the goldfish's slime coat. So the goldfish produces an even thicker slime coat for that time period, and a lot of problems in fish can be fixed by a healthier slime coat. So basically what it does is, you know, it fights off a lot more parasites or anything, and it just helps wound healing in general. It's really interesting. It's like that time you put salt on a snail. What? What? You're still napping? Only viewers affected are the ones living in Sparks time zone. Screw him, you're good. He has made it on occasion. I've been impressed. I've been impressed. But yeah, so I think he should be okay by the weekend. We'll see. If he's not, I'm gonna do another salt treatment and see how he goes. But guys, it is time to do this painting of mine. And basically, we are going to start drawing all this fur. Lots and lots of fur to do. I think the Aurora Borealis I'm happy with. I think it just needs color. So I'm not going to continue on that one. But for the most part, the water looks really good. I am fairly happy with it. So we're going to leave it as is. Because at this point, I think the only thing it really needs is some more contrast. You know, we're going to have some, more color. We're going to have some more reflections coming down from this Aurora Borealis. I am Someone mentioned on stream that artist's name. I forgot his work. But probably one of the most helpful references I've had has been Frederick Edwin, I think. Frederick Edwin Church. Let me just double check. Yeah, this is in my way a little bit. I'm gonna move that easel. All right, we're gonna have a look. I think it's Frederick Edwin Church. Amazing artwork. Yep, it is, guys. So this is one of the paintings that I used as a reference, and honestly, there's so many different renditions of this that I don't even know which one is the original anymore. So yesterday we had another version, but basically this is it. This was a really helpful reference in painting my Aurora Borealis because I feel like translating an Aurora Borealis to a painting is incredibly difficult, and also doing it in an aesthetically pleasing way where you have an interesting composition. This gave me the idea of doing that arch. So my Aurora is a little bit different from this one because I used another reference of another artist as well. That one I don't know the name of at all. Hang on. I don't know, guys. But it's a different artist. So I combined both references to help me out. But I never knew who was the name of this artist. So yesterday someone said Frederick Edwin Church. And I found it so fascinating that they were able to point out that, you know, they could see influence from my work from this person. That's so incredible. And they were able to actually name this person. I really admired the amount of knowledge they had. That's incredible. Yeah, his vampiric hours, exactly. That is so cool. You think you get that arch if you take a panoramic photo instead of a regular one? You could, but you would imagine this would be curved as well. The horizon would be curved as well, I think. So I don't know, Dover. Maybe they did a panoramic photo of just the sky and then they took a normal photo of the bottom area, and obviously it's art so they can combine, you know, both sections. That's a possibility. But I just love the subtlety of this one, how it doesn't go magically like overboard in colors. I really definitely want to use this color. I probably won't go with red for mine, because for mine I want to go with more gentle colors. So we're probably going to go with more purples and pastel hues than you know, than reds. This one, Milky Way Arch Panoramic Journey. Ah, yes, I see. That's interesting. You know what, Dover? That's interesting. The horizon still looks flat, but the sky has that arch. That's so interesting. So maybe you don't have to take two photos. I would have thought this would have like a curve. That's fascinating. I guess if you don't do a super wide panorama and it just captures this part, it doesn't go, I do know the earth is flat, Mr. Kitty Kitty. Thank you for pointing that out. That's common knowledge. Everyone knows. Everyone knows. Of course it won't be curved. It's gonna be flat. I don't know. For some reason in my head, I just thought it would be curved. I don't know why. The camera captures in parts and then compiles into a single image. That is so fascinating. But yeah, something like that. So yeah, pretty much we just needed, you know, a wide image, and this is sort of the kind of thing I want to go for, except we're probably going to go with more purples and more pinks to keep it like a calmer color. But I do want to do that cyan color as well. It's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful, guys. All right. So, where to start? That's the question. This is going to be the tricky part because I am most likely, guys, I'm most likely going to have to paint over the whole thing, and then, you know, we'll have to redo all of that detail. So now it's going to be the time to decide how dark and how light do I want the areas of the yak to be, guys. We're definitely going to go and start with... It honestly won't matter, really, because I may as well just go do it in one go. The tricky part is the yak's fur, honestly. It's always going to be the tricky part. There we go. Alright, so I don't want to go too light in the start, but also not too dark. So and I don't want to put too much linseed oil on either, because I'm going to end up with a slippery mess that I can't paint on for ages. I don't know if I need to lower this canvas because I've got the wrong angle here. We'll do that. There we go. The fur is the tricky part, exactly. It is definitely going to take its sweet time, but it'll be worth it. It'll definitely be worth it in the end. I may as well do the whole thing. It's not going to make a difference. We're going to make a big mess to start off with, guys, but from that point on, it'll be okay. Tomatoes, thank you so much for that follow. Appreciate that. Gosh, the smell of oils in the morning is so beautiful, guys. I wish we had smell. There was this one time when Google had an April Fool's Day offering Google Smell as a new feature, and it was absolutely hilarious. I'm sure some people fell for it. You could Google smells. Can you imagine? I'm sure one day that will actually be a possibility. Would I be willing perhaps scanning or photo capture after completion and using Photoshop to make an alternate version of this painting, but with glowing blood red eye for the yak? Dover, I was already thinking of a glowing blood red eye for the yak for this painting, so yeah, kind of like a nightmarish version instead of a dream. Ah, I gotcha. So yeah. So I probably won't go that much, but I was thinking of giving him a pinkish reddish eye. So that was already the plan, so that won't be too hard to do. But yes. Dad is fairly happy today, guys, because Snooper caved in before stream and decided to give him some of his pistachio. So now he's like, oh, I got my way. Very happy. He's very happy, guys, because he got his way. I don't reckon we're going to be able to do a lot of detail today just because I think the paint's going to want to have a bit of a dry. So we'll do what we can on the fur, but it's probably going to tell me to let it rest at some point. Oh my goodness, Shy Creek, hello. Thank you so much for that sub. On the stream, if you subscribe, we give you a little tombstone. So here we go. Let us go get your body. Thank you so much for that sub. I appreciate that. One little tombstone in the cemetery, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Oh dear. Poop war indeed. Your German's very good, Mr. Giddy Kitty. Your German's very good. But yeah, thank you so much for that little tombstone. I'm guessing you're from Germany? Jawohl. Are you an artist as well, Shy? But yeah, starting to look really cute, guys. Look at him. Aww. He's getting furry and adorable. Alright, so all of the gesso is covered, except for the eye, which I'm going to get to in a sec. Not too sure what to do about that eye at the moment. I'm just going to do that for now, and then we'll pull it out again. At least I can see my underlayer a little bit. It does help. I didn't want to entirely cover it up. But he looks good. Looks really good. Dein Deutsch ist so gut wie sein English. Meins ist echt nicht. You love how thick oil paintings look? Yeah, I know. It is, right? They just look so rich. It's something you can't get with watercolor, and that is also why it's my all-time favorite medium. I can't help it. Watercolor is beautiful, and it has a special place, but there is just something so vibrant and rich about an oil painting. I mean, look at this yak glowing against that background now. We have got him beautifully white. I do want to get some work done on the girl because I do want her hair especially to glow as well. But for now, it's just I wanted that yak to be the primary glowing white thing in that whole picture. Did I put in 3 graves? Punisher gifted subs an hour before stream began. What? Did he? What? Then it's wrong. Where's the camera? Indeed. So there should be 3. Alright, let's do 2 more little tombstones. There should be 3. Here we go. Another 2 little tombstones. There we go. I didn't even notice that, Dover. I did not even notice that. You haven't ever seen any episodes of that, Mr. Kitty Kitty, you haven't seen any episodes of anything. You know, I started and not finish it, although I guess that wouldn't be the end of the world. So we had you plotting to cook him, and now he's playing nice. I'm gonna make a quick break, guys. And we're back. Camera alarm went off. Yeah. Have to restart that one. There we go. There we go. It's a neck of your back. He doesn't even mind vacuums. You know what? Zaza used to be so scared of the vacuum cleaner when we just moved into this house because I started, instead of sweeping up around him, I started using the vacuum cleaner to clean up after him. And he was so scared of it, guys. He was absolutely just terrified. So yeah, I was worried he would always panic because he would just flap around that whole cage every single time I wanted to vacuum. But you know, he got used to it over time. Now he's not phased at all. Dog and cat's body. I think those placid cats that aren't freaked out by anything and just, I don't know, they think like dogs, right? That's the first time we used this emote outside of time it was created in. This one's naughty and starts scratching the sofa though. You give him a little spray. You've never seen a cat move. Oh. It's from your friend's channel who you also mod for. Mr. Kitty Kitty, you should get Fallout 76. You love it. But yes, I'm gonna let Zazie out a little bit. You wanna come out, sir? You're welcome to come out. Look at that glow on that yak, guys. That's amazing. That is amazing. I'm so happy with it. I think I'm gonna just lighten up the girl's hair as well though. So we'll give that a go. I was busy cleaning my brush and then my mom came in. So. Damn, I can't seem to get it out of the brush, guys. Maybe I need to give it a bit of a soak. We'll try to give it a soak. I might go with this one and just. I do actually, to be honest, what I need is glazing medium. And that stuff, guys, that stuff smells so strong. But I'm gonna do it. I need some glazing medium. So here we go. Hopefully, I don't make a big ass mess when I pour this stuff out. Because this stuff, guys, it is so sticky. It is incredibly sticky. Oh my gosh, sorry, it's sticking to everything. And it's got childproof lock. I can never get childproof lock open, guys. But I think I did. There we go. Alright. Let's see. There's a good amount of glazing medium in there. I'm going to have to wash my hands, guys. So sticky. You don't think you're loading it on the new PC? You should. Do. Please do, Mr. Kitty Kitty.
They're here.
There we go. Brush Studio! Hello, anyone home? Yes, I am. I just had to clean some glazing medium off of my hands, so... Yeah. Oh, a raid? We have a raid! Hello! Andrea! Thank you so much. Unattended raid. What chaos do you guys wreak havoc here on my stream with? Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for that raid. Andrea, thank you. Guys, we rated Andrea, I think it was sometime last week, I reckon. And she was doing the most beautiful, detailed little graphite illustrations. Andrea is a new streamer, guys, but she's going to make it big because her illustrations are beautiful. She has got the talent to rock it here, and she's so enjoyable to hang out with. So, guys, please go give her a follow. Go give a new streamer some support. You're welcome. You're welcome. What did you work on today? Hello, Justin. Darkest. Hello. A baby Andrea clip. Today's stream was feral. Ooh, in what way? I'm good. I'm good. I'm just working on an oil painting of a magical white yak. This is an Aurora Borealis, and I'm going to have some color reflections in on the lake as well. Currently, it's just in grayscale, but it is going to get a lot of color fairly soon. So we're just getting to that point at the moment. Only a wee bit feral. Feral, how? Did it get out of hand? Yeah, definitely, guys. Please go and give Andrea a follow. She has an amazing, amazing art stream. Give her some love. My setup's so pretty. Thank you, Socket. Let me just say one thing. My first stream was shocking. You should have seen the background. There was like computer screens and cables and everything in the background. It looked horrible. So horrible. And this has just come over, I think, how long have I been streaming for? 4 years, I reckon? This has come over like a time frame of 4 years. So it has been a long road in the making to get to this point. It did not happen overnight. I think 4 years. Yeah, so I think we started. So Dover has been following pretty much since the start. So 3 years and 3 months-ish, I would say. You're on your way to 4 months. So 3 years then. 3 years. I remember visiting a few weeks a couple of years ago. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So Andrea, would you like to share a link to your Instagram page? I usually share my fellow raiders. Share their pages on my Instagram account. I forgot to share who rated us yesterday, but I'll do that today. And yeah, we'd love to have a look at your Instagram page and the kinds of drawings that you do. Christy, thank you so much. I appreciate that follow. You're on your way to 4 months. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Such a good feeling. I still remember my baby streamer days. It was really exciting. I think I was really surprised how quickly I was able to get an audience. And I have a feeling you're going to definitely do the same. You're already doing the same. So, yeah, I have mad respect for you, and I think you're going to go really, really high on Twitch. So just keep going. If there's any piece of advice I would have given baby streamer me, it would be as consistent as you can. Stream every single day. Try to keep to a schedule as well. So stream every day. Try to keep to a schedule, and do things that make you happy. You know, where the point of streaming is not to create this amazing content all the time. The point of streaming is to share things that you're happy doing and that you're enjoying doing. To share the love and the passion. Instagram cares about having good artwork and skills. Twitch cares about enjoying things with each other. So in a way, it's so much better. Yeah, I think to share art on Twitch is my favorite platform, honestly. Andrea's first hide train happened before she could log in. Oh, you forced her to come online? Ooh, that is so special. That is so special. That is so honestly so beautiful. Yeah, I think because I share my art on Instagram and I share my art, you know, on YouTube and everywhere else. And my favorite platform to share my art is here on Twitch because I get to share the inside out bits with you guys. Sometimes you guys help me decide Do we add bows to her dress? What color eyes should she have? You know, these kinds of things. And you guys become actually like an integral part of my my artwork, which I find really, really special. And that's just amazing. That's so amazing. You gotta say you're gonna choke, but can you draw me? Definitely, Andrea. Definitely. I would be so honored if you would draw me. That would be so special. Hopefully you do it on a day that we can raid you. Do you always finish stream at this time? So I normally finish around 12:30 my time. So in about an hour and a half, I usually finish. But we would love to raid you. That would be so amazing. You had an early finish today, so I'm guessing your stream sort of starts at fluctuating times. Honestly, you should have seen my schedule last year. It was shocking. You try to stream at 2 p.m. EST, but no idea when you finish. I think it's good not to always have a set finish time. I try not to. The main reason I now do is because I also do graphic design work in my evenings. And if I don't stop streaming, I won't have enough time to finish that work off. So I kind of have to do a cutoff. Hello, Robin. How are you? Long time no see. Always except when she doesn't. Oh my gosh. So, Andrea, what is your favorite thing to draw? Favorite thing ever? Name it. We're just busy doing this this yak of mine, and I have just painted the whole yak white. I'm going to try to whiten up some of my girl's hair over here as well. So I've got a little bit of glazing medium, and I just want to go over with some glazing medium very, very lightly and brighten up her hair. I've never really done it with white, so I am honestly not too sure how it's gonna go. Dark, hello! How are you? Definitely, and women definitely, and lace and furniture. I love how you draw lace. I have seen your lace and it is so detailed. It's beautiful. Guys, Andrea does the most detailed artwork ever. It's incredible. It's just absolutely incredible. Alright, we're getting there, guys. The glazing medium is working. But I'm definitely not going to be able to touch this for probably until Monday. Most likely. It's just the way it's going to work. You guys can't even see that. I'm working in areas where you guys can't even see what I'm doing. All praise the rug. Do you have like a favorite fashion era? I definitely think mine is the Renaissance period. I absolutely love Renaissance furniture. I love Renaissance well, I say costumes, but that's just how they used to dress back then. So it's not really costumes, honestly. Damn, I love glazing medium. It's my best friend. As much as I hate working with masking fluid, guys, I feel like masking fluid is the horrible toxic ex that you never want to see again. Glazing medium is like the perfect dream boyfriend that doesn't even exist. That's what I feel like. They're just such polar opposites, and oh gosh, I just absolutely hate working with you know, masking fluid. It ruins my life, guys. It does. This is a lot better. Now she glows. Alien Frog, hello, how are you? Not really, you like a lot of fashion eras. So you like a bit of variety then, I guess. You hate to read and run, but you have a friend over and boyfriend just arrived. No worries, Andrea, you go. You go, get some rest, enjoy some chill time. We'll raid you again at some point. Hope to visit my stream soon. Thank you for receiving us. You're welcome. You love your furniture, you and your recliner go way back. You saw June Part 2 a couple of days ago, and there's a planet where the sun is white, and so the world is in black and white, and this reminds you of that. The sun is white, and so the world is black and white. Whoa. That sounds really cool. But yeah, this is gonna have color eventually, Alien Frog, so it's just temporary. It is just temporary. Let's see if I can get one more layer over. I don't know if it's gonna let me, but I can give it a go. I'm definitely gonna add back some detail as well, eventually. But for now, she's glowing, guys. That was the whole point. Getting her to have magical white glowing hair, just like this yak does. Need to be very careful because the water part is still fairly wet. So we worked on the water yesterday, guys, and yeah, it is still fairly wet. So how was June, Alien Frog? I'm really curious to see it. It looks like a really, really interesting show. So I'm really keen to see it. It's really good. You never read the books and you didn't remember the original movies, so you went into it only seeing the first part and enjoyed it. Well, that's amazing. That's amazing. I think, so I know that people who saw, what's that movie called again? Silence of the Lambs, before they watched the TV series about, what was it called? What was the series called about Hannibal Lecter? They made a TV series out of it as well, and now I can't remember its name. But anyway, those who saw Silence of the Lambs movie before they watched that series didn't like the series. Luckily, I saw the series before I watched the movie, and I do get, so I way prefer the movie, but I think having seen the series before the movie made me still appreciate the series, and now I just like both. Hannibal Lecter, yeah. I think it's just Hannibal. Yeah, it's just Hannibal, right? Yeah. So it's a planet with an atmosphere that doesn't somehow have the really scattering effect. Ooh. You know a lot, Dover. You know a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that be. We're gonna continue working on this yak of mine, I think. When I did fireworks, it was light. It was like ink blots. It wasn't light. That's fascinating. So is everything in that whole planet just black and white? It's what makes our sky seem blue. Should definitely watch it once Blu-ray is out. That sounds so fascinating. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna put this back. I'm gonna half that. Okay. And I don't reckon I need more ways to seal that one all the way up. I don't think the other one's sealed as well, so I think eventually they just dried out and then I couldn't use it anymore, but this one seems to seal pretty good. So I think I have to get the sketch back. So I want to have it as a good reference when I'm working with this one. I want to get my yak's eye to look just like this sketch does. This is gonna be the tricky bit, but luckily this is where I have got my really, really fine little brushes, guys. I mean, look at this little guy. And I have got one that is even narrower. So I've got two super narrow little brushes. Thank you so much for the follow, Bereside. When they're indoors, they have regular colors you'd see here, but going outside is black and white, and you can see the characters slowly lose color. So what's the reason for that? Kind of look like old cologne commercials with pretty models. That's fascinating. Alright, so I am going to just gonna have to start very, very gently. Working on this yak of mine. I don't think I've got any wet paint over there. I can just make it out. What is going on? Oh, that looks terrible! It's terrible for right now, but it is going to hopefully get some changes soon, guys. Get some changes. We'll get there. For now, this is what it looks. Sounds like one of those newspaper cartoons. It does, doesn't it? It definitely does. Like you don't add all the details in those. But yeah, I definitely don't want it to look like that. I'm gonna play around with it. I still have to do the yak's lashes as well, so. And they are in white, so. So we have a bit of a, the yak doesn't have like a very solid eye. It sort of blends gently in. It's already heaps better. Try to zoom in as well. Okay. Heaps better! It's really nice when you get to a point where you actually add contrast. So light comes from this side. I don't know why I did the shading like that on the original. This is definitely a far better option for fur. I get so much more detail out of this one than I do out of the other one. Nice, nice. You need to be careful not to go in that water. Here we go. His eye is getting better. Love my style. Thank you, Bonzi. Appreciate that. Whereabouts are you from? How long does it take for a layer of oil to dry? Have I ever had to use a hairdryer to speed up the process like any of my other oil paintings? Honestly, Doba, I haven't found a hairdryer to be super effective. In general, I just wait. I think there is stuff that you can add. I haven't really used it. I know you get stuff definitely that you can add to slow it from drying. I'm not sure about like speeding up the drying process, but I'm sure you do get stuff. In general, for me, because I paint on super thin layers, usually for me it just takes about a day, sometimes 2 days to dry. So I don't really have too much trouble. But if you apply really thick layers, it can take a whole week. So it really just depends on how thick of a layer did you apply and all that sort of thing. The UK, I'm from Australia. I've got a lot of friends in the UK. The most effective way is to hold Zaza next to it and have him flap his wings really fast. I agree. That I can see working. Like, I don't know, if you put a fan on it, for a day, like just left the fan on the painting all day, like most likely that'll make a difference. The hairdryer, I think it just doesn't really do that much just because oil does take a long time to dry and I've just gotten too impatient to wait for it. So on average, I don't do it. My accent's so lovely. Thank you, Bonzi. Thank you. Thank you so much. Like, you shouldn't make him do it for too long. Could you start a tornado or a hurricane? It could. It could, I guess. It definitely could. Alright, so I want to go and apply just a very, very thinnish. Very thinnish layer to the bottom. I love when it's so wet. You can add a lot of different, a lot of variation. It's so helpful. I'm gonna do a really bright splotch right over here. Here we go. That eye is on track, guys. It's on track. Hello, Chaz. How are you? You always wanted to go to Oz. You have family over there, but never met them. Oh, Bones. That's incredible. You definitely should. I know it's incredibly expensive. One of my uni friends who I studied with art with, her name's actually Cesar, and she streams here as well. She moved to the UK and met her partner there, and then she's now moved back. It's incredible. Beautiful country. It is. It's also very harsh. It's a very, very dry, very harsh country. We have extreme weather. But I think if you come, don't come during summer. It's just miserable. It's just downright miserable. Come during spring, or like if winter's your thing. You're from the UK, so for you, an Australian winter will just be a joke. You're not even gonna realize it's winter probably. So I think for someone like you, come during winter and come during spring or even autumn's fine. Just don't come during summer. It's miserable. You pretty much can't do anything. You're used to those extremely hot summers. Well, you never get used to it. You just tolerate it a bit. Yeah, you do get used to it. I mean, it's just not something I would recommend. You know, if someone wanted to come travel Australia, I just would never recommend they come during summer. I mean, most Australians on those really hot days, we're either in the pool or we're in our air-conditioned homes. We don't want to go out, or we're on the beach, because it's just awful. I used to when I lived in Melbourne, it actually got to 50 degrees Celsius, and granted, this is one thing. Everybody made fun of people in the UK for not being able to withstand high temperatures that like during the last heat wave you guys got. The thing that they don't understand about that is, yes, you may not have had as high temperatures as we get in Australia, but your houses are built to keep the heat in, you know, you're built to withstand cold winter. Our houses, they're very, very different. When it gets cold here, it's miserable. You know, our houses are built to withstand the hot summers because that's way more harsh. So, you know, when people made fun of the Brits for that, I just thought to myself, you know, that's pretty unfair. They're not really thinking about how terrible it is when you have such well insulated houses and such intense temperatures. It's really different. And houses here are built, yeah, to keep the heat out rather than in. Arizona, your sure is similar. So whereabouts do you live where it's so hot, Alien Pro? AC is a must, yeah. Well, most of the places we used to live didn't have AC. We would just, you know, you would get in your swimwear, you would get in the bath, soak yourself completely. And that is pretty much how we used to get through summer because we never used to have air conditioning. I do now, where I live now, but it's also just so insanely expensive to run the AC. Like this week, we have pretty much got 34 degrees Celsius all week. And it's going to be like that till next Wednesday. So we can't run the AC because it's just too bloody expensive. 17 Celsius and your shirt's coming off? Oh! See, 17 Celsius for me, and I'm not coping. I have so many clothes on, like jackets, everything. I'm in my Udi at that point, and I'm just not coping. I think I would die if I went to the UK. It would just be way too cold. You don't have aircon, so the houses turn to ovens. Exactly. And that is the problem. At least when it gets hot here, most of us already have a solution because we live with the heat. You know, we either have a pool or, you know, we just escape the heat going to... a lot of Australians actually on those really hot days, shopping centres are full because not everyone has air conditioning and they just end up shopping all day long to escape the heat. So yeah, you don't really want to go shopping on hot days in Australia because it's going to be so crowded. You're pretty mad when the air conditioner at your place stopped working. You lost your cool. You're over here in Yuma. Someone's get up to 125. That would be about 51 in Celsius. Oh, alien frog. That's intense. That is so intense. That is crazy. I don't actually know where Yuma is. Like what state of America that is. But yes. Alright, so guys, I've done it. I've done that eye. That is the start of the yak, so I'm incredibly happy. It's Arizona? Okay. See, I was having a conversation with my dad the other day, and I said to him, I wonder if, you know, the States or Australia is hotter. And I think it just really depends, like, which areas. I think they're equivalently hot. I'm just trying to get some good references. You're like, nah, people shouldn't live here. I agree. I agree. It's too hot. It's too hot. You remember when you lived near Phoenix and you saw 122 actual degrees on the thermostat? Oof. Do you have a pool, Miss Kitty Kitty? Oh, sorry. Do you have a pool, Alien Frog? It's one of the biggest cities too. Ooh. That's rough. That is rough. Alright. I'm just gonna have to go for it, guys. I already have my reference, so I don't know what I'm trying to do. Just gonna go really lightly, I think. Must thank the guy who invented the air conditioner. Pretty cool guy. He is. He is. No, cool. A lot of people move out here for house prices. Yeah, that makes sense. You must thank the guy who invented still dry, lots of fires. Yeah. Yeah, see, Australia has a lot of problems with bushfires because we get such intense heat waves. And the problem is we have tons of gum trees. Gum trees are filled with oil. And when you light up a gum tree, it is just like, it's essentially fuel. You are burning straight up fuel. So it's not very helpful, you know, having trees that literally enrage a fire. Oh, the puns, Bonzi. It's incredible. On the stream, they never cease to cringe. We have some terrible pun makers here. Terrible. Does the kookaburra sit in the old gum tree? That he does. That he does. You know what's hilarious? When I lived with my parents, we have a lot of kookaburras there. And one morning I woke up and I heard these kookaburras and they were all just like singing in succession. But then one of the kookaburras just sounded a little bit weird. I didn't know what was wrong with him. It sounded like he was a defect of some kind. And it just bugged me. I was like, something is wrong. This one sounds weird. So I went outside. I saw 3 kookaburras in a row. And just a little bit further from them, on the same branch, there was a magpie. A straight up magpie, guys, and he was mimicking those kookaburras. Magpies are incredibly good at imitation. But obviously he's just not quite nailing it. So I was like, this just sounds like a broken kookaburra. And indeed it was. It was a magpie imitating those kookaburras. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. You know what's worse? So my family used to live with Zazu, and at the time, Zazu was screaming a lot. He had a really bad habit of being vocal. And at times in the mornings, he would be vocal. But I got to a point where I was just able to manage him in a really good way so that he would not, vocalize during the mornings because he would sometimes start at like 6 a.m. So I did everything I could to work around that problem to try and get him to be quiet at 6 a.m. in the morning. And I got him in a good routine, and I felt like, look, this is just fantastic. He is now behaving. One morning I woke up, something woke my whole family and it sounded like Zazu. And I went to him to look at him in my studio, and he was not making a sound. And then I realized it is that magpie that started imitating him. Now Zazu's no longer the culprit. Oh dear. That guy's jokes about air conditioners. She's not a fan. I'm not a fan, Deborah. I'm not a fan. Grand Canyon, so pretty. You like Flagstaff? Meteor Crater said too. Super windy. Do you guys see that article? It's a long time ago now, but that article about the guy who went to what's that? Yellowstone Park, and where all those natural geysers are the hot pools. And he just wanted to dip his finger in one of them, and he actually fell in, and his whole body decomposed. It's insane. Who would win a contest? Magpies or mockingjays? I think it depends on the bird, really. Some are better than others. Magpies can work fake animals in fake places, yeah. Ravens are pretty good at mimicking. Yeah, they are. Ravens are pretty smart. I've actually never seen a raven in Australia. We get crows, but I've never seen a raven. Ever. I don't actually know if we have any ravens, because I've never seen one. I think the thing about ravens is ravens have an arched beak. They're also larger, whereas crows have straighter beaks and they're much smaller. I think that's the difference. People like to mess with the bison out there. What? Really? The geezers are super dangerous. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty... Well, granted, this was two young kids. Well, not young kids. Young teenagers. And they deliberately went into a restricted area that they weren't supposed to go in, and then also proceeded to dip their finger into the geyser. So, you're probably going to be fine if you don't try to do things you're not supposed to do. All birds have tail feathers that help them fly, called the pinions. Crows have 3 pinions and ravens have 4. The difference is just a matter of opinion. Dover, is that even true? Is that even true? Thank you, Dumbo. Appreciate it. We're going to start doing some detail on this fur as well. I'm going to try to use my reference as much as possible. Nice. Hello, Dumbo. How has your week been? If it sounds right, it's right. The Baltimore Ravens, American football, are named that because of Edgar Allan Poe, lived in Baltimore, Maryland, and he's now laid to rest there. I love his poetry. I'm not like a super big poetry fan, but when it comes to Edgar Allan Poe, I'm obsessed. I am well and truly obsessed. I never get Shakespeare as much. Like, I know he has a massive fan base. For me, I am about Edgar Allan Poe as most people are about Shakespeare. That's where you were born? Ooh. That makes a lot of sense now, Mr. Kitty Kitty. You were born in the same state where the Gothic poet was laid to rest. Makes a lot of sense now. Heck, you see the dancing crow at the bottom right of the stream? He's Edgar Allan Poe. He's adorable. You were born in the exact same city. Oh. That's adorable. Alright. Now I am going to start adding some detail to the bottom. You were born the day Ted Bundy was executed too. Now that's creepy. Oh dear, Mr. Kitty Kitty. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh no, guys, I mucked up. I mucked up the painting. With my grubby hands. Can I still rub it off? A little bit. Should be able to fix parts of it, but not all of it. There we go. We've salvaged it, guys. Nika needs to watch where she puts her hands. She's stuffing it up. I do have some slight residue, so we have to go. It will. We'll do that. We'll do that. Not long. I'm not exactly getting any paint to go on this canvas at the moment. There we go. Wasn't too much trouble after all, guys. Not too much trouble. I'm gonna make a note to self right here and now. Don't wait to buy brushes for as long again. It makes one's life so much easier when you have brushes that actually decently work, guys. It's just so much easier. But yes. Right, patch up the X nose again because I'm not gonna match it up. So here we go. We need repacks. We fix the problem. Fix the problem. Alright. What next? Well, I think I'm just going to continue with the top part and use the little brush though because I want the little brush for the detail. Now might be a good time to use my stick thing, which I forgot the name of. What do we call that stick thing again, guys? This thing. I have a name for it, and I don't know what it is. Just making sure I wasn't rickrolled. You weren't rickrolled. I'm never going to give you up. Never gonna let you down. Instead of ironic that the rickrolled guy has the same belt as the pun guy. Who's the pun guy? Oh, you share a birthday with Rick Astley? Dover's the pun guy, surely. What? So we lose Ted Bundy and Genji. Sounds like a win. Unless it's soul passing to you, but seems fine so far. Oh no, I don't know too much about American politics, so I'm just gonna. I don't exactly know what that means, and I'm just gonna. Where's a good spot? This is a good spot. So this is what this thing's used for, guys. Can you guys even see? All you can see really is my bloody. Is that bloody stick? Maybe this is more helpful. My hand and the stick. I'm so sorry, guys, but I need to work on these parts. Gosh, this is such a good brush. I am in love with this brush. I hope my husband's not listening to the stream because I have found a new love. It's okay, he already knows he shares me with all kinds of animals. He'll be okay. It looks incredibly adorable. I'm already obsessed. He's so fluffy. How is he so fluffy? I'm just going to darken the inner parts of his ear. And down for you as well. I'll spank the dolls. Another use mistake. They're not naughty. They're guarding the studio from intruders. I don't get the reference. What? Ted Bundy spread his soul to you. That's not the song to hold on to. I want to do the fluffy part around the yak's around the yak space first. This part. It's too dark. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Now we have to patch up a little bit. We can't rub that off like that, never. We know that. We already know that. Oh dear. I'm just making more problems wherever I go, guys. Right. I think it should be fine. How's it go? We are a little bit out. Nice. I've got a nice Tim Burton vibe. You love it. Thank you, Bonzi. Everyone says my art is somewhere between Tim Burton and somewhere between Alice in Wonderland. Pretty much. Rick Astley was also born on the same day you were, and his famous song is "Never Gonna Give You Up." You know, the Rick Roll meme. The same way you troll every time. Yeah, okay, that does sound befitting. That yak's ear looks soft. That's the idea. I'm trying for them to look super, super soft and fluffy. So you want a pet. You can ask its permission. A yak is not a buffalo, right? Separate animals. Yeah, you're thinking they're separate. Are you wrong? They are definitely separate. This one was intended to be a yak, not a bison, or a buffalo. I think buffalo and bison a very similar family, group, and I think yaks are more. I think they're a bit separate from that, as far as I know. But yeah. This is definitely meant to be a yak. I did find out it's meant to be a female yak because she doesn't have horns. So. I'm just now realizing how freaking long this whole piece is gonna take. Just if this small part took this long. It's got a very pretty eye, seen its soul. Thank you, Bonzi. I actually enjoy drawing eyes more than anything else. I feel like um definitely it's so true that eyes are the window to the soul. 100% true. No, never can do that. Okay. All I'm thinking about at this stage is how freaking excited I am to get started on the color guys. That is going to be so good. My little yak is slowly getting there, guys. Slowly but surely. Whew. Lots and lots of work, guys. But we're getting there. I was so excited to start him, so this is awesome. Being able to make some progress on him. See him come to life. Freaking awesome. Oh yeah, it's a Mars stick, guys. I just remember the name of this stick. It's a Mars stick. You found a poem for a white yak. Would I like to use it for my painting? I'd love to. If you want to either post it here, but also DM me, please. That that part actually. Oh, that's what's wrong. Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna do his mouth. I feel like once his mouth is there, it's gonna be a lot easier to gosh, I don't even remember what I did in my original. It's gonna be a lot easier, I guess, to do the rest of him because I've got context then. There we go. He's cute. You found amidst the snow silent track stands a yak, pure white and bold. In its fur, a winter's pact, a creature of tales untold. It's beautiful, Dover. Definitely send it over. I'm always looking for captions for my posts and stuff, so it'll be really helpful. Do you have the original author though, who shared it? Love to credit. Now I have to do this top layer of his nose, and that one just goes to here. And all the way through. It says unknown author. Aww. I feel like that quite often happens on the internet. There's probably an author somewhere, and nobody knows who. I'll just say unknown author then. Don't want to pass it off as a name. Otherwise people start thinking I'm a poet as well. He's so adorable, guys. Aww. I'm so happy with him. Super happy. It's really cute. Really, really cute. It's coming along really well. Thank you, Dopa. Thank you. Dobby, you still haven't sent me your outfit of your character in Starfield. I'm still waiting on that. I want to see what your character looks like. plus 3 bits of larger fur that I get to do, and it goes sort of like over here. Nice. You like his mouth? Thank you. They have cool mouths. I love yak mouths. You completely forgot once those like emergencies came along. Yeah. You know what? It's going in your work daily planner. You'll send me those pics this weekend. Thank you. I don't think there's yaks in Australia, Mr. Kitty Kitty. Not as far as I know. I think most yaks, aren't they from South America? I'm pretty sure. I think that's where the majority of them live. I'm pretty confident. I don't think there are any yaks in the land down under. Thank you, Dover. Thank you for helping me translate that into Aussie for me. I appreciate that. Cool. More fluff. More fluff is good, guys. Real good. I always thought it would be so funny to have Family Guy skit as follows. Peter, you know, it's like that time I flushed the toilet in Australia, everything's backwards there. Cuz soon flushes toilet water comes blowing out all over him. Oh no. I have seen some of the weirdest things in our toilets, honestly. We get spiders in our toilets. We have had a snake in it. And I have seen people post photos of frogs in their toilets in Australia. I haven't had any frogs in our toilet yet. You have that vividly in your mind for over 10 years now. You need to suggest it. You do. You need to go to a comedy show and just suggest it. It would be amazing. Let me see. I'm gonna try to find, Ooh, I'm tired, guys. Gonna show you guys a couple of adorable yak pics. Look how much floof, guys. Look how much floof they have. They're really cute. They're super cute. So much yaki. Much yaki. They're really adorable. Such cute yakis. Yeah. Some of them are very different faces. They almost look more like sheep. And then some of these like really fat round faces, this is more like the one that I drew in my picture. Yeah. I like when they have so much fur. They just look incredible. It's beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful, guys. But yes. Gosh, it's getting so warm in here. Right. Time for an afternoon nap. Don't fall asleep like you did. I can't afford it, Doma. I've got too much to do. I have graphic design work after this, and you know, just a whole lot to do. No frogs because the snakes eat them all. It's possible, yeah. It's legitimately the reason. You're so tired right now, but you're fighting the sleep. Scotty. Body can't make you sleep. You say, no, wakey, wakey. What time is it then, Skitty Kitty? It's around about 12:32 here at the moment, so only 9 p.m. Ooh, what time do you get up? Or did you have a crap sleep? Sometimes I had a real crap sleep last night. It was just abysmal. You're old. You're lightweight. You are not old. If you are old, Mr. Kitty Kitty, then there's something wrong with you. Because you like torture, 6 a.m. Yeah, that's fair. So I woke up around about 6-ish as well. I couldn't really sleep after that. I stayed in bed for about an hour and then woke up at 7. You went to bed at 1. Ooh. Yeah, that would do it. That would do it. I used to have last year, Dover knows this, I used to have the worst ever sleep schedule. I would stay up until like regularly until 4 a.m. But some nights I would just stay up all night long and I wouldn't sleep. And somehow I've really turned that around this year. I've been up every day, you know, definitely by 8 a.m. I'm always up. And I go to bed usually around 11, 12-ish. So I don't get enough sleep, I guess, but I'm pretty okay on very little sleep. You miss those vampiric hour streams. I know, Dover. Those were good times, but it wasn't very sustainable. Streams were never very scheduled, and very regular either. Because I would just crash, and by the next day, I would just get up super late and not properly stream, and it was just a bloody mess. Most sociopaths don't need a lot of sleep. Excuse me. Don't call me out that way, Mr. Kitty Kitty. You must speak from experience. Go look in the mirror. Go look in the mirror. But yeah, I think like anything over 6 hours and I feel tired. You do? Murder dreams. Well, don't call me out. If you're happy to be called out, that's on you. Don't make me a part of it as well. I want nothing to do with it. I have a presentation to keep up here on Twitch, Mr. Kitty Kitty. You know, we can't have anyone knowing about that, so just keep it on the lowdown. I'm really happy with him. You're the victim here? Excuse me. Excuse me. Let's see. I want to keep going, but I also need to have a look at how much time I'll have if I do. I probably can't actually because I have a lot of scanning artwork to do and that sort of thing. So, what time is it now? This goes, so we've got a little while left. About 10 minutes left to go. You like Mr. Yak? You think you could share a Coca-Cola with him? He is, after I called him, incapable. Did you have to just scan to that one part of stream where I was rude to Mr. Kitty Kitty? You cried a little? Excuse me. You have such thick skin, Mr. Kitty Kitty, I could never get under it. Stiff upper lip. Had to mod. Had to mod. Actually, Mr. Kitty Kitty surprised me. He did yesterday. Don't worry, Mr. Kitty Kitty. There is nothing as embarrassing as a streamer that doesn't even know their own commands. It's hilarious. I still don't. So, you being a terrible mod, I'm a terrible streamer. I don't even know my own commands. I'm just so used to having you guys mod here and do everything for me. And trust me, there's been days where I've had to cope on my own and it has been shocking. Absolutely shocking. Oh, all right. We have a lot of places we can go, guys. Oh, there's so much we can do. There's just so much. We can raid the real Babe Ross. Guys, would you like to raid the real Babe Ross this time? I think she's doing some oil paintings, so... There we go. Sorry guys, sorry for the ad. Because I know last time we tried to raid the triple S one. The triple S one, exactly. We tried to raid and it was absolutely terrible. So hopefully this time NECA actually does a successful raid. That would be lovely if we could do that. But before we do, I'm just going to show you guys the overall zoom in on eyeball, Yaki eyeball, and this is the full piece. So we've got our girl over here, much more glowy hair today. And I've got my little Yaki. And he's starting to look amazing. I am super happy with him. He looks fluffy. Fluffy was the goal, so you helped. Snakes on a plane. You helped. Triple S, Necker gotta remember that. But yeah, he's coming a long, long way. I am super happy, and yeah. But we'll continue him on Monday. I know, Bonzi, we're ending the stream because I have a lot of other work to do. So I need to raid. I need to scan stuff for my store, print more artwork to actually do some watercolor on and more oil paintings. And I have to do some graphic design work on my schedule, so I'm pretty packed. Snake, thank you for the follow. No, you're chilling. I'm sorry. Streaming same time every day except weekends. So next Monday, I will be back on. Does this mean we're talking about snakes? Oh, how ironic. Oh, it's going to be the perfect time to raid Babe Ross. She has drawn on her face, guys. She has drawn on her face. It is going to be magnificent. But before we go, I have an Etsy store, guys, so if you want to buy any of my artwork that I've been working on today, it is eventually going to be available as prints in my store. I also have my massive Halloween print that I've been working on last month up as a pre-order now, and it is looking positive that those might ship out a little bit earlier than expected. So if you want to buy any artwork, the store is up, guys. And Mr. Kitty Kitty, I will get back to you. My apologies. I'll get back to you on your request. It's all good. It's all good. But yes. Alright, time to raid. Time to raid. Babe Ross it is, guys, and this one is the triple S. I have triple checked. Babe _Ross 3 S's. We're gonna get it right this time. No fail. Let's go. And I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Do it by the awesomeness. Thank you, Blames. Thank you. But yeah, guys, let's go. You're so ready. You're pumped. Over to Babe Ross it is, guys. Let's go.